Welcome to our today's session where we are going to discuss the Success Path Examinations Council, that is the Kjsea Grade 9 Mathematics paper that in March/April of 2025. Before we start our session, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and invite your friend so that he too can enjoy what is happening. He too can enjoy what is happening. Let's get to question number 1 of the paper. Let's get to question number 1 of the paper. When we look at question number 1 of our paper, dear learners, it says, what is the place value of 7 in the number? It says, what is the place value of 7 in the number? What is the place value of 7 in the number? 5,789,342. They want the place value of digit 7, so it's good to have the number. When we have the number as 5,789,342, that is the number we are having. They want the place value of digit 7. Learners, remember, this is ones, this is tens, this one here is hundreds, the 9 here is for thousands, the 9 is for the thousands, the 8 is for the tens of thousands, the 8 is for the tens of thousands, then the 7 is for the hundreds of thousands, and that's because now this one here will be millions. And they are asking the place value of digit 7 based on the choices. I think the question is wrongly set. To accommodate the choices, this question could have been, what is the total value, not the place value. The question is asking about the total value, learners, and not the place value as we think. The question is asking about the total value and not the place value as we may think. So that is something that we need to work on and change. That is something that we need to work on and change. Now, having spotted that issue, and by the fact that we are working on the total value, so to get the total value, you are going to take the digit which is 7, you multiply by the place value which is hundreds of thousands. When I multiply this by hundreds of thousand, so this is going to give me 700,000. And when I look at my choices, the correct answer reading 700,000 is choice number A. 700,000 is choice number A, with the only difference being that it was written in words. Let's look at question number 2. Convert 3,456,789 to words. Convert it into words. For us to do that conversion into words, dear learners, let's see, how do you read this number? This is 3 million Because if I have 3 million, it is written like this: 3 million, 3 million with 6 zeros, 456,000, 1,000 has 3 zeros, then 456, then 789. So learners, if you look at it keenly, that is the same number we are having: 3,456,789. So let's see. Choice A says 3,467,467,000. That's wrong because we don't have this. We go to choice number B, 3 million. We have 3,456,789. Yes, this one is making sense. Let's see choice C. 3 billion. Billion eliminates it. We don't have a billion here. Billion should have 9 zeros. 34 million. That's also wrong. So the correct choice here, learners, is choice B. The correct choice for that case is choice number B, dear learners. Don't forget that we have choice number B. Question number 3. Find the LCM of 12 and 18. To get the LCM of 12 and 18, what are we going to do? We are going to draw a table, 12 and 18. We're going to have a table. With LCM, we are going to look for any number that can go to, we are going to look for any number that can go to any. So I can start with 2. 2 into 12, 6 times. 2 into 18, 9 times. Then I ask myself again, which smaller number can go into any of the two? Which smaller number, sorry, can go to any of the numbers? Which smaller number can go to any of the numbers? You can realize again we have a 2. 2 going here 3 times, 2 going here 9 times because it doesn't go. The next smaller number now will be 3. 3 into 3 once, 3 into 9 thrice. Then finally you'll have 3, 1, 1. So dear learners, our LCM is being obtained by taking 2, you multiply by 2, you multiply by 3, you multiply by 3. So 2 times 2 is 4. You multiply by 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 9 is 36. So the LCM in that case, learners, is 36. The LCM in that case is 36. The LCM in that case, dear learners, should be 36. Should be 36. Very, very important. Very, very important for us. Let's look at question number 4. Let's look at question number 4, learners, today. In our question number 4, we are being told simplify 4 over 5. Simplify 4 over 5 divided by 2 over 3. Divided by 2 over 3. Simplify 5 over 5, so 4 over 5 divided by 2 over 3 times 3 over 4. Times 3 over 4. So here we are going to apply the rules of BODMAS. BODMAS says deal with what is inside the brackets first. So I'll have 4 over 5. The division sign changes to multiplication. Then after the multiplication symbol, the next fraction reciprocates and becomes 3 over 2. When you work it out, learners, you are going to get here once, here 2. 2 times 2 is 6 over 5. After we obtain 6 over 5, now we are going to have 6 over 5. We now multiply it by 3 over 4. This one is like 2 here is 2. 2 here is 3. So we are going to have 3 over 10. We are going to have 3 over 10. Remember, we began by taking 4 over 5. Then we divided it by 2 over 3. That gave us 6 over 5. When we got now 6 over 5, then you multiply it by 3 over 4 as you've been given in the question. You must be getting, so not 3 over 10, but 9 over 10. You must be getting 9 over 10 because 3 times 3 is 9. So the correct answer here should be 9 over 10. No choice here, so the answer here, I'm seeing the choices being given here wrong. So the correct answer in this question here should be 9 over 10. That is the correct answer. 9 over 10. 9 over 10 is the correct answer. 9 over 10 is the correct answer. So learners, make sure you know how to work it out. Make sure you know how to work it out. Make sure you know how to work it out. Make sure you know how to work it out. Question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5. Solve for x. We've been told to solve for x in question number 5. We have, remember, we are having 3x minus 5 is equals to 7. Collection of like terms. We need to do collection of like terms. This is negative 5. On crossing the equal sign, it will become positive 5. When it crosses the equal sign, we are only going to remain with the 3x on the right hand side, so on the left hand side. So we are now going to have 3x should be equals to 7 now plus the 5. So that is 3x should be equals to 12. Dividing both sides by 3, divide both sides by 3. You are going to get x is equals to 4. X should be equals to 4 for that part. And among our choices, you'll get the correct choice is choice number A. The correct choice is choice number A for that question. Let's look at question number 6. Let's look at question number 6. For question number 6, dear learners, dear learners, this is what we need to do. Let's read it. The area of a circle, with a radius of 7 centimeters. I think the question should be find the area of a circle with a radius of 7 centimeters. So, if this is my circle, dear learners, if that is my circle, and after getting that as my circle, the radius here, this is what is called the radius, distance from the center to the circumference is 7. Can you calculate its area? Can you calculate its area? How do you get area? Area for a circle is given by pi r squared. So the pi will be 22 over 7 times the radius, which is 7 squared. 7 squared means 7 multiplied by 7. 7 multiplied by 7. So the 7 and the 7 cancels. You're going to get 22 times 7, which is 154, which is 154 squared centimeters. And now because we've obtained the area as 154 squared centimeters, the correct choice should be choice number A for that part. The correct choice should be choice number A for that part. Let's look at question number 7. Question number 7 of the very paper. Keep inviting your friends. I'm happy to see you joining and being live in this session. Happy to see you joining and being live in the session. Keep inviting friends. Share the link widely to your friends so that they can also gain it. Let's look at question number 7. A car travels a distance of 240 kilometers per hour, sorry, 240 kilometers in 4 hours. to 40 kilometers in 4 hours. What is its speed? What is its speed? And our choices are being given in kilometers per hour. Learners, there's this thing we must have drawn somewhere about the distance, speed, and time. When they want to get speed, you know that speed is given by distance over time. From what we've drawn here, speed is given by distance over time. So the distance is to 40 kilometers. The distance here, learners, is to 40 kilometers. That distance is covered in 4 hours. So when you divide that, you are going to get, it is now 60 kilometers per hour. 60 kilometers per hour. And that becomes the speed of that car. That is the speed of that car, dear learners. 60 kilometers per hour. 60 kilometers per hour. Let's look at question number 8. Solve 2x plus 3 is less than 9. This is a question on linear inequalities. This is a question on linear inequalities. We are having 2x. We are having 2x plus 3 should be less than 9. Now, dear learners, what happens here is this we are going to collect the like terms in such a manner. This plus 3 crosses over and becomes minus 3. It will cross over and become minus 3. Remember, the inequality symbol just behaves like an equal sign. When a number crosses over, the sign changes. So this is going on the left hand side of the inequality. We are going to remain with 2x being less than 9 minus 3. Now this will be 2x being less than what? Being less than 6. Divide by 2 to get x, divide by 2. The 2 and the 2 cancels. I'm now going to get x should be less than 3. Be very keen with your inequality symbol. The correct answer should be x being less than 3. So from the choices we can see choice C is the most appropriate answer. Choice C is the most appropriate answer. Let's look at question number 9. Let's look at question number 9. In question number 9, learners, given the matrices A, 3, 5, 2, 4, and I think this will be B, and B being equal to 1, 2, negative 6, 0. Find A plus B. Find A plus B. Now, to find A plus B, this is what we do. Take your A plus B is simply obtained by taking matrix of A, which is 3, 5, the way it is. Then we are going to add it with matrix B. Matrix B is in the form of 1, 2, negative 6, 0. Dear learners, see what happens. I want to show you how we are going to do our addition. After we've noted that is our addition, that is how we do our addition, then let's see how are we going to add these values, dear learners. 3 plus 1, it will give you 4. 2 plus negative 6, 2 plus negative 6, that will be negative 4. Then 3 plus 2 should be 7. 4 plus 0, 4 plus 0 should be 4. So this is the matrix after adding matrix A plus matrix B. So we go to our choices and see which matrix is equivalent to what we've obtained. And it's very, very clear that the correct matrix should be matrix C. That is what matches the value we've obtained in our working, dear learners. Question number 10. Identify the order of the matrix. Learners, when you have the matrix 3, 4, 7, 6, and you are told to identify the order of this matrix, the order of the matrix is identified by the number of rows multiplied by the number of columns. That is how we identify the matrix, the order of the matrix. Let's look at our question. How many rows do we have here? Dear learners, we are having 2 rows. Let me show you the 2 rows. This is the first row. This is row 1. This is the second row. We call it row 2. So for the number of rows, we are having 2 multiplied by the columns. Let me use a different pen to indicate the columns. This one here is column 1. Then this one here should give you column 2. So you can also see that we are having 2 columns. So the order of our matrix should be a 2 by 2 matrix because we have 2 rows and 2 columns. So the order should be a 2. The order should be a 2 by 2 matrix. Also, learners, if you have something maybe where you want more clarification, drop a comment in the chat section. I will be able to respond to you instantly. Keep inviting your friends, share the link to others so that they may join too. Question number 11. Question number 11. Convert 7 over 8 to a decimal. Convert 7 over 8 to a decimal. For us to convert 7 over 8 to a decimal, we are going to do division by long method. That is the easiest way. Let's do division by long method. Let's do division where the denominator gets outside and the numerator gets inside. So I ask myself, 8 divided by 7. So 7 divided by 8 is impossible. So this will be 0 point. Then this will become 70. 8 into 70, how many times? Should be 8 times. 8 into 70 is 8 times. And this is because of 8 times 8. This is because of 64. You subtract 70, you lay 64. What are you getting, learners? Yes, you should be getting a 6. Then you ask yourselves again, 8 into 6, it's impossible. Because it's impossible, we are going to add a 0 there. Then we question ourselves, 8 into 60, that should be 8 into 60 should be 7 because of 56. You subtract to get a 4. 8 into 4 is 0, you're going to add 8 into 4 is 0, it's impossible, you add a 0. 8 into 40, this is 5 because of 40 when you subtract. So you're getting your final answer is 0.875. So that is the value. When you convert 7 over 8 to a decimal, that is how you are going to get the value, dear learners. Don't forget. Let's look at question number 12. We are being given that solve for x in this expression, not expression but equation. 2x squared is equals to 50. We have 2x squared being equals to 50. When you have to solve for this, to get x, first you have to eliminate these 2. How do you eliminate the 2? You simply eliminate the 2 by dividing both sides by 2 to remain with your x. So I have x squared is equals to 25. I want to get x. I'll have to square root. Learners, can you be keen now here? I'll have to square root. I'll have to square root. Now, the moment you're doing your square rooting, the answer should be plus or minus always. So the root of 25 is 5. But now the answer should be plus or minus 5. The answer should be plus or minus 5. When you look at your choice A and choice B, they all contain value 5. But dear learners, the most appropriate answer is choice B because of the plus or minus 5. Anytime you are doing square rooting, please don't forget the plus and the minus. Let's look at question number 13. The reciprocal of 3 over 7 is, they are talking about reciprocal. When I have a number like 3 over 7, to get its reciprocal is very simple. To get the reciprocal is very simple. The denominator goes upwards, then the numerator comes downwards. So this means if the denominator goes upwards, it will be 7. And if the numerator comes downwards, it will be 3. So the answer should be 7 over 3. From our choices, we can see that is well represented by choice A as the reciprocal. You just turn the numbers upside down for you to get the reciprocal, dear learners. Just turn the numbers upside down. Let's look at question number 14. A triangle has sides. A triangle has sides 6, 8, and 10. Which type of triangle is it? A, right angled triangle. B, equilateral triangle. C, isosceles triangle. D, scalene triangle. For you to answer this question, well, dear learners, there are things that you need to know. One, you need to know the properties of these triangles. You need to know the properties of triangles. And the best way, if you don't remember all the properties, you can do what we call elimination of some answers. Remember, in such a case, even you've been given the choices, so you can just eliminate some which you think are totally outward. The ones that we think are totally outward, and remain with what we think might be closer to the correct answer, even if they are not the correct answer. If, to those who are following live, if you've gotten your answer, can you drop it in the comment section? I want to see what those who are following me are able to get. What do you think is the type of the triangle being made by characteristics? The type of the triangle. Drop your comment if you are Drop your comment in the comment section if you think you've gotten it right. I'm giving you a minute. So that we also see what your thought is as a learner. 6, 8, and 10. Do you think it's a scalene, isosceles, equilateral, or right angle triangle? I'm waiting still. Dear learners, I'm waiting. Now, for this case, maybe just to save on time, there are things that we need to know. And for us to get that part right, we should be able to relate what this is. When you look at the measurement 6, 8, and 10, they form to you what we call a right angle triangle. They form to you what we call a right angle triangle. In such a manner, it's a right angle triangle because if you have it like this will be 6, 8, then the longest side with the hypotenuse 10. A right angle triangle is a triangle that obeys the Pythagoras theorem, which states that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Our c squared, that is 10 squared, which is always the longest side, should be equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared. C squared will be 100, should be equals to 36 plus 64. 36 plus 64. 36 plus 64. When we do it, you realize this will be 100 should be equals to 36 plus 64 is 100. Sorry, just apologies for that. It's a system error, surely. 36 plus 64 is also 100. So, don't know what is not happening. 36 plus 64 is also 100. It's also 100. Like that. Now, because we've obtained it as 100, then it means this is a right angle triangle. That is a right angle triangle. That one is a right angle triangle. And what made us to say it's a right angle triangle? Because it obeys the Pythagoras theorem. Because it obeys the Pythagoras theorem. That made us to say it as a right angle triangle. Now, dear learners, there is something I want to note, and that is, what about, why are we not calling it as an equilateral triangle? For an equilateral triangle, all the sides must be equal. When you look at 6, 8, and 10, they are of different sides. So we eliminate that. For isosceles triangle, at least it must have two sides that are equal, because the base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. In these measurements 6, 8, and 10, we don't have any two sides that are equal. In choice D, which is our scalene, a scalene is a type of a triangle which all the sides are not equal. But now you realize with this one here, oh yes, all the sides are not equal, but also the sum of the squares of the two sides gives you the square of its longest side. So the correct choice here, dear learners, is the right angle triangle. I don't know what's not happening with my pen. I don't know what's not happening with my pen. Don't know what's not happening. Yes, so the correct answer was that. Let's look at question number 15. We look at question number 15. If 5x is equals to 60, if 5x is equals to 60, find the value of x. Learners, that is something very simple. For you to get the value of x, you simply divide through by 5. When you divide through by 5, you are going to get x being equal to 12. x should be equals to 12. I'm just trying to work on my pen just shortly. X should be equal to 12. Just a moment, I'm working on my pen. So can you confirm that you can get x being equals to 12 by dividing through by 5? So 60 divided by 5 is 12. Is 12? Is 12? My pen is failing to write. Just a moment. Let me see what might be the issue. Let me see what the issue might be. I think now it's okay. I think now it's okay. So we are going to have here 5x. My pen doesn't have the ink. Apologies for that. I don't know what's not happening to it. Apologies, let me fix it. Let me fix it. It's writing on the other side. Well, just a short moment. Let me fix the issue with my pen. Let me fix the issue with the pen. Then I'll embark on that. I'm trying to fix the issue with the pen and getting back to it. All right, let me see. Just a moment. It's failing to work on it there. Maybe I have let me look for another alternative, because I may not fail to get an option. I may not fail to get an option of getting this issue done. Just apologies on that, but learning has to continue no matter what. Learning has to continue. It's also not writing on this side. Oh my gosh. Thought it will write. I think I've just a moment. Let me fix the issue. Yeah, I think on this side it should be writing. So we can proceed. I think I've been in question number just shortly. This application will be quite involving, but I'm sure we can make it. Yes, let's look at it. Okay, oh my gosh, this is misbehaving now. Okay, just a moment. Let's look at still the question, that is question number 15. I had said that when you are having 5x, when you are having 5x being equal to 60, you want to get the value for x, you're going to divide through by 5. You divide through by 5. The 5 and the 5 cancels. 5 into 60 is 12 times. So you're going to get x being equals to 12. X being equals to 12. And the correct choice there is choice number is that choice. That is the correct choice in that case. That is the correct choice in that case. That is the correct choice in that case. It has refused. I'll have just to proceed in this application. Question number 16. The mode of the numbers 4, 7, 9, 10, 7, and 4. Now, when you get the term mod, learners, this is the most appearing number, the most appearing number, or the most frequent number. If we look at our numbers here, I have 4, 7, 9, 4, 10, 7, 4. Which number is appearing the most? The number that's appearing the most is 4. I have it here 1, 2, 3. Because it's appearing the most, therefore it's the mod. The mod is the most appearing number, and that makes it the correct answer to be A. The correct answer to be choice A. Apologies for that. This application need to take it quite slow. Let's look at question number 17. A line parallel to the principal axis. Sorry. God forbid. A line parallel to the x-axis has an equation of the form: if the line is parallel to the x-axis, assume I have my things like that, then I tend to get my line like that. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. I have this line parallel to the x-axis. What equation will it be having? It will be equals to y is equals to a certain value. Y is equals to constant. The value for y will be constant. Maybe it's cutting y is equals to 4 or something like that. Question number 18. Find the square root of 289. So if I'm having the number like 289, I'm told to get its square root. So this is going to be 17 here, 17 here, ones. Then this one you group into a pair and pick only one value. So the square root of 289 is simply 17. The square root of 289, dear learners, is 17. Question number 19. Convert 2.5 kilometers to meters. Convert 2.5 kilometers to meters. Convert it to meters. Convert it to meters. Remember, equivalent to 1,000 meters. What about 2.5 kilometers? What about 2.5 kilometers? So this is going now to be 2.5. You multiply that by 1,000. So this is going to be 2,500 meters. 2,500 meters. So it's very important for you to know the relationship between kilometers and meters, learners. So this one is going to be 2,500 meters. Question number 20. The interior angles of a quadrilateral add up to. It's a quadrilateral, learners. A quadrilateral, its interior angles always add up to 180 degrees. So not 180 but 360 degrees. They add up to 360 degrees always. For quadrilateral, the sum of interior angles add up to 360 degrees. They add up to 360 degrees. We should be knowing that. Let's look at the next question. Let's look at the next question. Let's look at the next question. Let's look at our next question. That is question number 21. That is the beginning of section 2. That is the beginning of section 2. We are being told in the beginning of section 2, that write this number in words. Write that number in words. Write the number in words. For us to write that number in words, dear learners, you should be able to look at it, and this number will be 8 million. Sorry. The number is 8 million 405,405,605,605 678 678. So that is how you write that number in words. That is how you write the number in words. Part B of the question. Find the LCM and GCD. Find the LCM and the GCD of 18 and 24. Let's first start by getting the LCM. Let's start by getting the LCM. When we are looking into getting the LCM, when we want to get the LCM, when we want to get our LCM for 18 and 24, 18, 24, LCM of 18 and 24, any smallest number going there, we have a 2. This will be 9, 12. Smaller number here is 2, 9, 6, 2, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. So my LCM is obtained by taking 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So the LCM here is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. We're going to get 72. That is the LCM. Let us also try and get the GCD. Let us try and get the GCD. In our GCD, let's do it like this. We have 18. Still, I'm going to draw a smaller table. So 18, 24. Remember, this time I'm working on the GCD. So smaller number going here is the GCD should be a number going into both. So 9 here, 2 here 9, 2 here 12. The next number here should be 3, 3 here 3, 3 here 4. So our GCD is given by 3 times 2, which is 6. That is our GCD. That is our GCD, learners. So we need to be very, very keen. We need to be very keen with such. Let's see. Let us see the next one. Let us see the next one. That is Convert 0.75 to a fraction and simplify. Convert to a fraction and simplify. When we are converting to a fraction, when we are converting to a fraction, when we are converting it to a fraction, this is what we should bear in mind. This is what we should bear in mind. That, this will be 75 over 100 because of the two DPs. So 25 here is 3, 25 here is 4. So the correct answer is 3 over 4. 3 over 4. Remember, they said convert to a fraction and then simplify. So it's very, very important we also simplify our answer so that we meet what the question is asking. Round off, that's part D. Round off 456,789 to the nearest 10,000. To the nearest 10,000. How do we do the rounding off? It's very simple, dear learners. To do the rounding off, what we simply require in order to do our rounding off, first let's have the number 456,789 to the nearest tens of thousands. This is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. We have it like that. So when they say to the nearest tens of thousands, because we know ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, this is a number in the tens of thousands. Look at the digit on its right hand. The digit is more than 5, so it's going to increase this one by 1 and change it to zeros. So that becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, 4. 460,000. So the answer will become 460,000. 460,000. That should be now our answer. That should now be our answer. That should now be our answer. Let's look at the next one. That is question number 22. Question number 22. We are being given 5x minus 3, 5x minus 3 should be equal to 2x plus 9. Should be equal to 2x plus 9. In that case, learners, we are going to do collection of like terms where this is a positive, it has to move over and become minus. This one is a negative, it comes over and becomes a plus. So this will be now, this is now going to be 5x minus 2x should be equals to 9 plus 3. That's called collection of like terms. 5x minus 2x, that will be 3x, should be equals to 9 plus 3, that is 12. I'm interested with the remaining getting x, so I'll divide here by 4. I'll also divide here by 4. I'm now going to get my x being equals to 3. my x will now be equal to 3 because this one and this one cancels. Here once, here 3. So the value for x is now going to be 3 in that case. The value for x is now going to be 3. Let's look at this next question. Let's look at this question whereby we're being told that factorize x squared minus 7x plus 12. Factorize x squared minus 7x plus 12. We need to do the factorization. Factorization is factoring out the common factor. When you look at this first pair, the common factor there is x. It will be now into, no, wait first, I want to get, maybe before I work it out, it's also very important I give you time to try it yourself. It's also very important I give out time so that what will my learner get if he or she meets such a question in an exam? What do you get? How could you have answered that question in an exam? In an exam. Can you attempt it? I want that attempt. Give it your very best because it's something very simple. Something very simple. Now, I don't want to use the quadratic formula. We should have it like this. Sorry. We are going to have two numbers such that the sum should give me -7 and the product should give me 12. What are the two numbers? When I multiply, I should get 12, and when I add, I'm getting -7. So the number should be -3 and -4. So substituting them into your B, you are now going to get x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 12. Then you pair them into pairs. So this is going to be x into x minus 3 minus 3, sorry, this should be minus 4 into x minus 3. Those that are outside the brackets, I'm going to put them into one bracket such that I have x minus 4. And those that are inside the brackets, because they are the same, I'm going to put them inside one. I'm only going to pick one pair, that is now x minus 3. You are done. You are done. That's what you are supposed to do in that question. Or rather, even you could have used the quadratic formula if you are familiar with it and you are very conversant, not just being familiar. You must also be very conversant, very, very conversant. Let's look at question number C. Find the inequality. Find the inequality. Find the inequality. In this inequality, learners, we are having 3x plus 4 should be greater than or equal to 10. We need to do collection of like terms. This plus 4 crosses over and becomes minus 4. Once it crosses, now here you are going to have 3x should be greater than or equal to 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4. So this will be now 3x being greater than or equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3. Divide here also by 3. You're going to get x should be greater than or equal to 2. That is the inequality. That is the inequality. Don't forget that. Let us look at, sorry. Let's look at part D. Let's look at part D. Find the value of y if 2y plus 5 is equals to 15. We've been given 2y plus 5 is equals to 15. Step number 1, we do collection of like terms. This plus 15 moves from here to the other side and becomes minus. It was plus 5. On crossing the equal sign, now is going to be minus 5. So this is going out to be 2y is equals to 15 minus 5. 2y is equals to 10. We have here now 2y is equals to 10. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Now y is giving me 5. The value for y in my case is equal to 5. Question number next. That is question number 23. Four businessmen partners starts four business partners Omondi, Brian, Felix, and Don invest in a business in the ratio 3:4:5:6. The business makes a total profit of 9,400,000. Then we are being asked to how much profit does each partner receive? How much profit does each partner receive? Remember, for if we have it like this, Omondi is to Brian is to Felix is to Don in the ratio 3:4:5:6. So Omondi will receive 3 over the total. 3 plus 4, that is 7. 7 plus 5 plus 6. The total is 18. So 3 over 18, you multiply by 94, 9,400,000. So this is going to give you 9,400,000. That's like saying, let me just check. That is now 3 over 18 times 9,400,000. That is like saying 1 million. This is like saying 1,566,000. 566,666.67. That is for Omondi. What about for Brian? Brian will be now 4 over the total 18 times 9,400,000. What will it be? 4 over 18 times 9,400,000. That is 2 million. This is going to be 2,088,000. 2,088,000 2 million. Just a moment, let me increase the brightness. 2,888,888.89. That is for Brian. Then Felix is 5 over 18 times 9,400,000. This will give you 5 over 18 times 9,400,000. That is 2,611,111.11. Then finally, I have this person by the name of Don. For Don, it is 6 over 18 times 9,400,000. 6 over 18 times that. 3,133,333.33. That is what each person received. If Omondi reinvested his shares at an annual rate, now I want to agree there, and I want learners, I may wish we stop there due to some unavoidable circumstances. Then next time I'm going to pick from there and do the continuation of the very paper. Do the continuation of the very paper. I'm sorry for that interrupts. Let me fix it. Tomorrow I'll be back strong and I'll help you done. Thank you.